Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim. Before I get started in the readings, I would like to apologize for the delay in the monthly reading. The energy this month has been pretty tricky. I have a pretty large family and I have been needed in many areas of my family and pulled in different directions. So I've had to put this down for a few days in order to give my family the attention they needed. So I do apologize for the delay. But before I get started in the readings, I would like to give a shout out to Moonlight Scorpio for a phenomenal reading. I did go to her for my own reading. We do that as readers as well. We will look to others for a reading. So I highly, highly recommend her to anybody looking for answers to any pressing questions or concerns they may have, or just for a general reading altogether. She's phenomenal. I would also like to give a shout out to Intuitive Perceptions for the beautiful decks that he purchased from me from my Amazon wish list for my birthday. They're gorgeous. One of the decks that I will be using is the Witch's Tarot, and I decided to use that this month in honor of Halloween. So before we get started, I will say to everybody, this is very general. So that means it may or may not resonate with you. If it does not resonate for you, it is not meant for you. Please keep this in mind. Also, if you're not sure what your sun, moon, and rising signs are, you can go to my website and plug in your information on the birth chart calculator. It will be the first tab to the left, and you click on Natal Chart. Now, in that you could also, if you look around, you can also see a description or oh, it went blank. It's kind of like a report. Okay, a natal report. Okay, it should be under that very tab that you clicked on to plug in your natal chart information. And you can get a short description of your report up there. It's very short. This is from a third party site that I did incorporate into my site to make life easier, and to just give you a direct link. I will link that below in the description for you. And so, without any further ado, on to the readings, and thank you for your patience. Hey Virgo, welcome back. This is your October reading. I shuffled and laid out the cards and tuned into spirit before I started the reading. So I'm going to go over my notes of what I had, and then I'll get into the cards, okay? So what I was picking up for from spirit was like, focus is key, okay? It says confusing energy, confused by people's motives and intentions this month, unsure of, you're unsure if you're reading them correctly, like reading people's intentions correctly, taking a step back to observe. So I see you not engaging as much as you normally would because you're confused by other people's intentions or actions. That's what it seems like. You're not sure if you're reading it correctly, and so you're kind of, standing in the background and observing. From that standpoint. In regards to love, there's a longing or sadness surrounding you. It's like a feeling of unable to make a solid, lasting love connection. Those in love are being critical of their partners this month, and this is just temporary, it seems. Feeling a bit paranoid even, like, where are you going, what are you doing, like really insecure and in love this month. Those are the ones that are in relationships. The ones out of them are feeling like lonely, like, how come I can't make this long lasting connection? It's like the sense of longing for that. This isn't even usually an issue for you, but the current energy is causing this, but it's going to pass, okay? So just know that that's temporary. Then for money and work, I heard Eminem song, Lose Yourself, which kind of goes back to focus, It's saying to, kind of focus more. Try to get lost into your work, because I feel like whatever's going around the home or in love is interfering your ability to concentrate on work. I feel like there are changes coming in work as well. That's what it's showing here, that there's changes in coming in work, but you're having a hard time with this, or something to that effect. Okay, it's becoming more like a normal chore. Normal work is becoming more like a chore. And it's saying to snap back to reality. That's what I heard. You keep drifting and wandering in your thoughts. Normally, you don't do this. Normally, you're able to, grind and really focus in on your work and nothing be able to disrupt that. But for some reason, this energy is making that hard. In the home, what I was picking up from Spirit, I heard sorry about the bell in the back. I heard uproar in your sanctuary, causing an unrest, but be okay with change. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, so when we get into your cards, we have, now these two cards here fell out, so I'm going to honor that. Normally I have one in each section, but I've got risk in reverse and fragment for the oracle. And these are the guidance cards to what's going on here. And with fragment, it's like pieces of yourself, having a hard time taking a leap of faith, having a hard time taking a risk in love. It's like this is something that you're longing for, but you're fragmented. There's balance that's needed. I feel like whatever this tower, whatever change happened in your love life, has got you kind of closed off. Now it's causing a sense of loneliness, whether you're in a relationship or not. But I feel like something happened, something occurred, and it just kind of fragmented your energy. It just broke apart and like it scattered it. And I feel like you're kind of trapped in your mind about this and deciding, needing to make a decision. But balance is key here. I feel like if you can get some rest away from this, it's going to work itself out, whether you decide to stay in it or out of it, decide to stay single or to try to engage in a new relationship. But I feel like right now your independence and your focus should be on your finances and work, because this is where it's seeming like you're losing focus or losing the big picture, so to speak. But it's kind of like this is bleeding out, and whatever happens in one area of your life is going to bleed into another. Okay, so with that said, we're going to move down into work. We've got the High Priestess of Water, Seven of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I feel like there's a change that's happening and something you're not seeing clearly yet. Okay, but it's going to come and it's going to be good. But I feel like you're having a hard time making this change, whatever this is, in regards to your money, your work, or in this area of your life in general, however this fits. But it's kind of like you're kind of standing your position and trying to keep things the same, keep things the way they are without this change. But Spirit's asking you to kind of like drop that guard a little bit, because you may be surprised that a change could bring something to celebrate, because right now you're not seeing that with this Three of Cups in reverse. The Three of Cups upright is something to be celebrated, but it's hard for you to see that right now. And I feel like you're having a hard time even focusing in this area because of the emotional aspects of your life that are kind of impacting you, is interfering with work as well. Okay, so then we move down into the home. And I feel like, with the home, something is changing. There's definitely a change, but I feel like with this change, you're having a hard time making changes in the home, changing the atmosphere, changing how you interact with people or people with you, or whatever the change might be. That is the main focus. It's change. It's asking you to also get out of your head and a way of thinking in this, because I feel like you know, if something needs to change, let that happen with the death card. You know, this is a transformation. This is one that's needing to change. And when we got the Queen of Wands here, that's bravery and being able to make that happen. But you've got to make some sort of movement. It's kind of laying stagnant right now. And again, feeling trapped in your head. And so I feel like, you know, regards to your emotions this month, it's pretty confusing and you're not sure if you're coming or going. But, you know, be optimistic. You know, usually Virgos analyze and are critical in everything, even with themselves. It's not just others, especially with themselves. And I feel like give yourself a break this month and relax. Needing rest is kind of important here because, you know, if you can get some rest and rest from thinking, try to meditate, you can kind of focus more on work where you need to focus, because I feel like this is where you're having a hard time snapping back into reality, is when you get into work or whatever it is, that whether it's school or work or something other than the home and love, how you make your money or how you are planning to make your money. There's an interference here, okay? And because your energy is just a little off. This is going to pass. This is because of the current energies that are happening on the planet right now. So please keep that in mind. But whatever changes need to happen, be a little bit optimistic and allow them to happen, and try not to be so fragmented and rigid about it. But good things are coming if you can allow it, okay? And you're not trapped. It just may seem so. But I hope that makes sense. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments below. I would love to engage with you, okay? So until next time, Virgo, take very good care and try to snap back into reality a little bit, okay? All right. Bye-bye.